Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the imperial system, and we're going to be learning about how to convert or make conversions between these units of measurement, okay? So if we look here at the top, I have divided it into three sections. We have length, weight, and volume. Now, if you look under the length, you're going to see centimeters. Now, centimeters are not part of the imperial system, but since we were talking about centimeters last class, I just thought that it would be useful as a reference point. But I am just going to star this. Centimeters are not part of the imperial system. Oops. Okay, so that's very, very important. Now, if you have your notebooks out, I think it would be incredibly beneficial if you were to copy down this chart that I've made, just so that you can have it in your notes. And also, it'll probably be helpful while you're doing assignments later. So, I thought we could do a couple examples so I can show you exactly how you can make conversions within these units. And we're going to start with example 1. I'm going to just change the pen color. Example 1 will be blue. So we're going to say example 1. And for example 1, we are going to be asking how many inches are in a mile. Okay, now looking at our chart, we know that in a mile we have 1,760 yards, and 1 yard is equal to 3 feet, and 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So what we're going to have to do is work from there to find how many inches are in a mile. So what we're going to do is we're going to look and we're going to say, okay, there are 12 inches in a foot, and we're going to multiply that times the 3 feet that are in a yard, and then we know that there's 1,760 yards in a mile. So what we're going to have to do is multiply it by 1,760. And when we multiply this, we are going to find out exactly how many inches are in a mile. So if you have your calculators, if you want to multiply this out, you should get 63,360 inches in a mile. Okay, so that is how we would solve the first one. Now, let's go to example 2, and I'm going to show you the easy way based on what we've just done, but I'm also going to show you the appropriate way too. So example 2 is going to be how many inches are in 2 miles, or we're going to say, please convert 2 miles into inches. Now, what we could do is we could just multiply our 63,360 by 2 and just say, okay, there it is. But we're not actually going to do that. So we're going to look up above at our chart, and we're going to think about how can we actually do this. And what we're going to do is first we're going to convert 2 miles into yards. Okay, so 1, we're going to say convert miles into yards. So we're going to say that since we're dealing with 2 miles, we're going to take our 1,760 times 2, and we're going to know that we have 3,520 yards in 2 miles. Okay? Now, step number 2, we're working towards our inches, and we are going to have to take that 3,520 yards and convert it into feet. So now we have to say 3,520 yards into feet. And to do this, we know that there are 3 feet in a yard. So we're going to have to take this number and we're going to have to multiply it by 3. So we have 3,520 times 3. And when we multiply that out, that's going to be equal to 10,560. Okay? And now, step number 3 is that we are going to have to get these feet into inches. So we're going to have to take 10,560 feet into inches. And in order to do that, you guessed it, we are going to be multiplying by 12, okay? So we're going to take our 10,560 times 12 because there are 12 inches in 1 foot. And when you multiply that out, you are going to get 126,720 inches into miles. Now, we could just check our answer by, doubling our previous answer because we knew that there were 63,360 inches in 1 mile. And now we know there's 126,720 inches in 2 miles. Now, we have 2 more examples coming up, and I promise they're definitely going to be a lot less time consuming. So let's change our color. Going to go for red. Yeah, we're going to go for red. And example number 3, is we are going to say 448 ounces equals how many stones? Question mark. So let's go up back to our chart and let's look at our weight. So when we look here, we have 16 ounces equals a pound and 14 pounds equals 1 stone. So again, I'm telling you that it's very useful if you have written down your chart so that we don't have to keep scrolling back and forth. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to have to do is we are going to take our 448 and we are going to divide by 14. Now, we're going to divide by 14 because we're trying to find out what this is. We're going to try to find out what this is in pounds. Okay? So, when we divide by 14, we are going to get 32. And then after that, we need to take our 32 and we are going to divide by 16 because we know that there are 16 ounces in a pound. So first, we converted it into like what we would do for stones, and now we're doing it for what we would do for ounces. And we're going to get is equal to 2. So we have 448 ounces is equal to 2 stones. And to check your answer, you could do it the opposite way too. So you could say, well, undo this. So yes, 448 ounces is equal to 2 stones. Now let's just do example number 4 in yellow. And the last one is 100 gallons is equals how many pints? Okay, so let's go back up here to the top, and we know that 1 gallon is equal to 8 pints. So in order to find out how many pints are in 100 gallons, all we're going to do is we're going to take 100 times 8, and we're going to get 800 pints are in 100 gallons. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know.